So all subjects are different, but you can study them using the same method. The method itself includes 4 steps. Step 1. Writing. You know that this is another type of memory. That is, when you write, you remember this very better. Also, when you write in something, you can just write something also above this, or you can fix this, write something another or something else. That is, you can write and do whenever you want, to better just remember this material and to better understand it. You can also draw some picture, for example, even near that. Draw different arrows from it and write also what is this, and so on. It will help you to better imagine what you are learning. Even if the material is very difficult, you can just write it how you understand it, then for example fix it, draw some picture here how you just understood it, and then find additional information, for example on some site or with the help of ChatGPT, and fix on this picture something, maybe add something, maybe write something else. Like this you can study all subjects, like foreign language, for example, that you can write a word that you are learning, yeah, and then draw what this word mean, for example, yeah. And with other subjects the same, you can just write them, draw different pictures and so on. Step 2. Understand. This is obvious, of course, you must understand what you are reading about, but if you are studying, you of course may not understand the whole materials, the whole these difficult terms, yeah, what are they mean and so on. So you can use different books, or if there are not this information about it yet, then you can use of course internet. Just go on YouTube or Google, in search line write what you want to know and watch a video or read about it. Also in our world, of course, you can use artificial intelligence like ChatGPT, Gemini. You can just go there, write what you want, and it will explain it to you everything that you want. Also, if something after it explains it to you, you don't understand still, for example, yeah, because it can also explain in difficult terms, then ask him again to explain in more simplest words, and do like this until you understand the whole material. For example, even I use artificial intelligence when I don't understand something very difficult term, for example, I really don't understand what does this mean, so I just go to ChatGPT or Gemini and ask what this term is mean, explain me in very simple words. It explained me, and after that I already understood everything. But before that I of course look in books about this information. But if there aren't information that I'm looking for, then of course I go to the internet. YouTube, Google, ChatGPT, Gemini and so on. Step 3. Visualize. This is very important, because to better understand materials, what you are reading, what you are studying, you must imagine all of this. You must imagine all these processes, what they are writing about it, yeah, you must understand how it all works. And when you create these pictures in your head, when you understand that this thing goes there, this thing goes there, then plus this is called this is called this. When you create these pictures in your head, then of course you will remember this for a long period of time, and if you created this, then it means that you really understood materials. Because if you didn't understand what you just read about, you will not be able to create such pictures. Because your brain will not know from what create, yeah, from what words. You don't know what these words mean. Also, for example, you learned this material, then a few months passed, and the exam appears. And that material that you learned will be on this exam. But you already remember these pictures, you already understood how it all works. Then you can go just quickly repeat all this material, just quickly recreate like these pictures in your head. You already have these pictures, but you repeat them because you want to remember this more clearly, because you want to have a high grade on the exam, yeah? So you just quickly repeat, not spend all nights like don't sleep and so on. You just repeat this material relaxed, because there are a lot of time, you already know all of this, you are feeling very confident, because you learned this just a few months ago, and now you just repeat it. And even if you, for example, didn't repeat this material, but as a teacher asks you about this material exactly, yeah, some question, then you also can explain it, because you have these pictures in your head, yeah, you understand this. Of course, you can, for example, forget that words that you're writing in this book, but you still can explain it with the help of your own words, because you understood the concept, you understood how it works. You have pictures in your head, you can explain just looking on these pictures, and just tell what you see, yeah, what they're writing and so on. Step 4. Repeat previous topics. For the exam, of course, you must repeat all the material, yeah? But if something important for you personally, if some material really like you need this, for example, for your self-improvement, yeah, for example, your hobby, and so on. Then, of course, you must also repeat it to better remember it. Also, very often, when only a few subjects only appears, in school or university, it doesn't matter. Then on your first classes, on your first lessons, you will learn basics. And these basics are very important, because with the help of this, you will learn the rest materials. So these basics you can repeat very often, because this is very important to better understand every subject. Just from every subject you can just understand what are the basics, and then just make a decision. Repeat this one time at 1 month, yeah, or one time at 3 months, for example. It depends on how much materials there are, and if you really need this repeat so often.